scene of the outdoor podcast is you taking a piss in the tree.
Hey, welcome back to GGC Outdoors. Today I'm going to do a review on the hunting bee stick with aiders, and I'm going to show you how I climb the tree and kind of how my whole setup is here. But first we're going to do the aider review. So, we're going to cut all this out if we have to. Okay, so I'm going to be running the bee stick. I think this is the standard 18-inch bee sticks, no holes. Bigger guy, I feel like the holes, I feel like they could bend a little bit, just peace of mind. I put 18-inch aiders on there from Eastern Woods Outdoors from Dano, using an Amstel trucker daisy method to hang it. And I'm going to show you how it works here. So I got this Volky strap. You can use a Titan strap. I think these are handy as shit, so shout out to them for these straps. Alright, so the first thing I do as I get to my tree, I'm going to go ahead and get my daisy off of here. No buckles, no clanging, no noise. That's what we like out here. So then I take this. So I'm going to show you this. This is very important when you're running an aider on these bee sticks. Use the top bolt because they won't stack if you don't. I think that just makes it all better. You got to be able to stack your sticks and transport them. So, and then all I do is I take this thing and I roll them back over like this. I mean, it takes a minute, but that's the way to do it. And then you just flip your aider out and you're ready to go. Aider's always installed like this right here. If you want to zoom in with these little tabs being out like that. So, and you can kind of adjust it how wide you want it. Usually it'll stay right there and it'll open back up for you. Safest aiders to run in my opinion, or any cable aider out there. So, alright, we're going to climb the tree here. First thing I do is I make sure I can step up into this aider. I put it about right here. So if you want to say top of the step, just a little above chin height. And go around the tree this way. And I've done the trucker daisy before. Seen it on the channel, but if you want to see it again, you wrap it around. Can you see that? It's kind of hard to get, but I've done it. You can check out our channel. I have a video on this. You pull it as tight as you want with that, okay? Actually, I did that backwards. This is why you practice, actually, right? Exactly this reason here. Okay. Back to it. You go around the tree this way, come over, you go over top your button, and you find a loop, not the first loop, but preferably the second or third loop that you can get in, and then you use that mechanical advantage, and you can get this tight as you want. Then you go up, underneath your main line coming off the stick there, and then when you do that, you're going to grab it, and you're going to pull down, like that, and it locks it in. Then you wrap it once here, and I put a little half hitch just in case, worst case scenario, but I've never had one of these slip. So that's in the tree. You pull down. This is not going nowhere. This is as good as it gets. Now that's how the way you use this here, it's just like any other aider. You just climb up. I will say I never put my lineman's belt on until I get up on my top stick because it makes it really tough. Then once you're on your top stick, you can lock in. So I'm going to take my next stick, and I've got this little piece of gear tie here, which I'll show you. I'll have a double use for it. You're going to take it, and you're going to run it right through there on this gear tie. And then you're just going to put some couple twists in it and let it hang free right here off your saddle. That way, when you get to your top step, right here, that way when you get to your top step, you're good to go. All right, and then the next thing I do, go ahead and put this baby on here. Got a little aftermarket strap here from Amazon. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do when I go to climb the tree, now that I got all this set up, I'm going to grab this, unhook my platform from my bag. Okay, I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to take this right here, and I've got a hook in the back of my saddle. Compliments of the Home Depot. Make sure I got this on the right way. Yeah. And then you just take it, slide it right there. Okay, so I already see a problem here. So I'm going to go to my opposite side with this. Like I said, this is the whole deal with like practicing. You figure these little minute things out as you go. So I'm going to use my gear tie now on the opposite side of my saddle so it's not clanking into that stand as I climb up the tree. So let's try that right here. See, I got another loop. This is that custom gear modification. I got another loop right here that I can use. If it's a little bit bigger, I wouldn't even have to use a gear tie, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to use a gear tie. So, just like that, that'll hold it. Now, I'm ready to ascend the tree. So, I'm going to take my foot, I'm going to put it right in here, put my toe against the tree, and basically just pull up like that. Get to my top stick, give it a good seat. Then I'm going to pull out my lineman's belt, which is in here. So now I'm already 5+ feet off the ground, which is nice. Okay, now I'm hands free. I'm on the platform. Now I can set my next stick. So then I'm going to reach down, grab this, give this a couple twisty doos. And like I said earlier, I'm going to have a double purpose for this gear tie. Now I'm going to use black when the season gets here. This is just some extra ones I had in my truck, but it also becomes a tether lock, and I'll show you how that works here in this when I get to the top. So can I get, you just have to follow me up. So okay, so this is ready to be put on the tree. Like I said, so about chest high. Same thing, pretty much. Rinse and repeat. Go up like that. Come down, like I was saying earlier, and give it that. All this does is ensure that it is not going to slip. And then there's my half hitch. So now I can pull down on this stick, set it in the tree. Now I'm ready to give myself a little bit more slack. Might have said that. There we go. So basically I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to step, put my toe in the tree. Break this branch off. Ahead of me. Yeah, give myself a good shooting lane. A little more slack. Now I'm ready to go back up the tree. Now. Okay. So now I'm up onto my second stick, which this is, I only run 2 sticks, especially early season. Okay. So now I have my platform back here. I'm able to take my platform off. You can lay it right here. This is what I do. And just pinch it against the tree. Then I can reach down this pocket, grab this strap, which I will predetermine down at the bottom of the tree how big it's got to be. It makes it a little easier. Then what I'm going to do is set my platform. Now, be very thoughtful of which direction the deer is coming from. I am a left-handed shooter, so my main shots are going to be off my right side. So in order to do that, in this situation, if the deer is coming up this trail, I'm going to try to get off the one side or the other. But for this one here, I'll just show you how it works. But when you're setting up your sticks and stand, you really need to be mindful of that. So, there we go. I'll just hang off this side to get the and then you can move around. Okay. Okay. So I got my platform hung. He moved around to get a little better angle of me. It's a perfect size tree to climb, by the way, if you're a saddle hunter. Okay. So I'm on the platform. It's good to go. Move some trees out of my way. In a hunting situation, I'm going to be very mindful of how many trees I break off, because I'm still trying to maintain some cover, but I also don't want a deer's life to be saved because of a shooting lane. And I'm on a private property. Let's keep that in mind too. Trimming leaves on private property is legal in the state of Ohio, but not on public land. So, alright, so I'm adjusted here. I'm staying hooked to the tree. Next thing I'm going to do is deploy my tether, which is in this pouch. Okay. So, go ahead and put this around the tree. About chin height or so. Somewhere around in there. Okay. So once you get this tether right here where you want it. Oh, see. I'm glad I checked that, and that's something smart to do. Once you get your tether around, pull on that. You see how it slid? I have it upside down. And the more you guys hunt, the more you'll understand what just happened there. So I want it like this. So I'm going to take the loop around the tree. I always go around that side, come back, then pull my tag in through. Now, I mean, I think this is such a good thing to show people. Now, just give it a little pull, make sure it's going to be good. Now, if that tether is about where you want it and you got it locked in tight like that, this is where I take my second use for this gear tie. Okay, so see that lock right there? I'm going to wrap this gear tie in front of it so it holds it up on the tree. That way when I take slack out of my tether to adjust my saddle or whatever it'll be, this thing stays tight as I can keep it against this tree. Now they do make little clips and stuff, and I'd imagine they work just fine too, but I got bills to pay. Can't be buying everything on the market. I like to though. They're awesome. Yep, see? Right there. Not getting a good video of it, come around this side. Get that right there. That's just going to be a tether locker. Doesn't even have to be as big as this, but I like the double use stuff. So since just to carry one, I'll use one for my stick climbing, one for that, and then I'll reverse it on the way down. Okay. So now that I'm up to height to where I want to be, I'm going to yank this out of my belt. I'm going to take it. I'm going to hook it right here. So now I'm hooked up to the tree. Now I can start taking a little pressure off of here. Essentially, I could disconnect it. There we go, disconnect it. Now I can put a little weight back in my saddle. Just like that. Then I'm going to put this back into its spot. I got a bow rope, or I got a gear hanger. And I would usually wear my backpack up, and I would hang my backpack and my bow off of this strap. I would do that next, pull my bow up, get it hung up, and my pack, and I'm ready to hunt. That's how I get up and down the tree when I saddle hunt. And then, like I said, you shove this back in here while you're hunting. It's always just kind of living on my hip here the whole hunt. Now that I'm up to height, I'm going to lock my bridge in here so there's no accidents. Take a little pressure off there. Get situated in this saddle. Now I've got shots all the way here, down through there. Huh? Or down this way. Either way, I'm set up. Just depends on where the deer's coming from. There's a path running through here. So really, having shots like this is good. I would clear a couple of these branches, but I leave as much as I can for cover because I can work around the tree. I can work around the tree. This is a little bit of a leaner, so you're limited because once you start working too far, the momentum's going to swing you out. But all in all, this is it. Get you some knee pads so you can just chill in the tree. Yeah, I like that. Actually, if I'm chilling, I'm going to go a little higher. See how that thing stayed on the tree? Just make sure it's tight. It ain't coming down. That was a problem I had last year. And I got to thinking and reading forums, and somebody said a castration band that they use on cattle, they slide it up over that, and they slide it up tight. Good idea, but why not just use something that's a little bit easier to get? You can go to Home Depot, get these 9-eye gear ties, and you're set. So that's the way I'm climbing this year. That's the way I'm hunting. Anybody have any questions, put them in the comments. We'll answer all of our comments. We'll go through, and if you have anything, remember to like and subscribe. We have a little giveaway coming up pretty soon once we hit 100 subscribers. So I think that'll be cool and fun. And have a good day. Thank you for watching GGC Outdoors.